Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Mukam karoti vācālam pramudāyate yam kripatam Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Yes, we are discussing from a very important scripture called Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Somehow this knowledge was lost. Okay, all the kids, y'all can go to kids class. You'll get bored in my class. And all the Prabhuji and Matas, please come forward. All the kids can leave and have a nice time. Please come forward, don't take space in between. So I was saying that Bhagavad Gita is a life manual for all of us. And somehow for a long time, this has remained a very great secret. But it's an open secret. And this open secret was made more open by HG Kartikeya Prabhuji. When the Western world was in turmoil, and so many Western youngsters, they were not understanding what next to do. All hippies at that time lost the goal of life. Till a morning, one boy had come to meet me, and he was crying piteously due to some reason which there is no need to mention here. And I was just imagining at that time that people are not having goal, they're all going mad. And what gave solace to them at that time was HG Kartikeya Prabhuji's teachings from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. If the hippies can get that peace and satisfaction, then don't you think we Indians who already have that in the blood, for us faith is in the blood, teachings are in the blood. When it comes to Atma, when it comes to Deha, all these things are just there in all of us. Only thing is technically we're trying to learn here, but for them it was a very great thing. And Srila Prabhupada took it out and he helped them in various ways. And one of the important ways in which he helped them was he helped them to deal with adverse situations. And today's topic is this. Very, very important topic. If you see this entire Gita course, now we cannot keep organizing this for lifelong. So whatever limited sessions we have, in these sessions we're just trying to emphasize one thing, thematic presentation of Gita. And we have been having these sessions for quite some time now, for a good number of years. And for your information, ISKCON Whitefield is organizing 19 Gita courses around this area. And all of them in this center. So, in these Gita courses, we aim at helping the individual to be equipped so that they can answer the questions of their own life. And to an extent of helping others also, so that they can counsel and help others as well. And I'm sure at the end of the entire course, you all will have enough change of perspective, you'll have enough strength from within, and the best part is you'll have enough understanding from Srimad Bhagavad Gita's basic philosophy so that we can understand and answer the basic questions of life. Let's begin today's session. Look at these slides very carefully. Some people are born very rich. Some people are born poor. Some people are born strong. Some are born weak. Some are born beautiful. Some are not so good looking right from birth. Some have lots to eat. Some don't get even basic, even a drop. Some have good education. Parents not so much. There are some who don't get even basic needs fulfilled. There are some who are very fair in complexion. There are some who are very dark in complexion. Some stay in mansion, some stay in huts. Some are born blind, some are born physically challenged, and some are born intelligent right from childhood, and some are very, very talented. We hear about so many kids, as soon as they pick up some instrument, they play so nicely, and elders struggle to play. So many kids, they call us Google boys, Google girls. So many are there like that on this planet. I don't know what, maybe some chip is fitted there. They know everything. How come? How come? After seeing all this, these are the different questions that come. How is such diversity justified? Let's take our own example, all of us sitting here. See, all of us sitting here, our bodies are working, everyone, top to bottom. Huh? Some are confused. So our bodies are working. We have good family members. Recently, I was invited to one place for an interview, and they were asking some questions. It was a TV show, and there they had different questions to ask. And there were some questions, which was talking about this, about the diversity, that we have. And people were really confused. Why so much of diversity? And when it comes to us, we have everything. How come that people outside, so many are struggling? Why so many are struggling? Here it's very nice for us, we have nice family members and all that. In that TV show, that question was asked that my family members are not supportive, my family members beat me, etc. etc. That is not our case. One lady's question was, my family members are not supporting me to practice bhakti, they're torturing me. Then I asked a question, are you tortured like Prahlad was tortured by his father? Now just consider our entire situation. It's so wonderful. It's so wonderful. Our bodies are working. They are well to do when it comes to finance. They are well to do when it comes to our profession. ठीक है ऊपर नीचे थोड़ा तो होता ही है, that's okay. But just compare yourself with those people on the street who are begging and are struggling to get even one-time food, one-time meal. So there is a question that comes immediately: how such a diversity is justified? Why only we are here? Why not they are here? What's the problem? And on what basis is such diversity? Is it that someone is sitting on the coin, heads, you go there, tails, you go there? Is it so? Is it just by chance? Now this is a $1 million question. Life में कुछ भी गलत होता है ना, we point at people around. When everyone is perfect, we point. Why me? Why me? Why me? So if God exists, why so much of suffering? And another very important question: why do bad things happen to good people? Robi, how do we ask this question? Why do bad things happen to good people? We consider ourselves to be very good. So these are some of the questions that we'll try to answer. And many more questions which you all will be able to answer. Because all of you will have your own set of diverse activities in your life, diverse situations. And sometimes you're confused, why is this happening in my life? All these things you'll be able to answer after today's session. Are you all ready? Yes? Here we come to a very important philosophy, that is philosophy of karma. Watch this video. Nice, no? So after seeing this, tell me, what is the definition of karma? Give your definition, then I'll give mine. How was that? Huh? Okay, all over. Huh? Action and reaction. Whatever action you have done, the reaction is coming. What else? Okay, whatever you do, you'll get it anyways. Yes. Some ladies will say something.
What you give, come back to it.
Okay, whatever you do, come back to you. Yes, yes. I don't like definition here. Karma has no menu. You get served what you deserve. कैसा लगा? And that's the fact. We will get what we deserve. Let's discuss something basics about karma. 3 points for discussion today. Every action has equal and opposite reaction. Newton ने यही से चलाया था. Second, responsibility comes when intelligence is developed. And third, human life is redemption. Let's dive deep into these 3 points now. Different types of karma. Please repeat. कर्मणो हि अपि बोधव्यम् बोधव्यं च विकर्मणः अकर्मणश्च बोधव्यम् गणना कर्मणो गतिः. Someone please read the translation loudly. Read.
The interfaces of action are very hard to understand. Therefore, one should know properly what action is, what forbidden action is, and what inaction is.
So here Krishna is talking about 3 technical terms. First, karmanaha. Second, vikarmanaha. Third, akarmanaha. These are the 3 technical words which we'll try to understand now. Karma can also be called sukarma or good karma. So when we do good karma, we get good reaction. That is called as punya. आज मैंने पुण्य का काम किया है. So what are different punya activities? Donating. Yes, donating to poor. Yes, and taking care of people around us. Wonderful.
Taking care of parents.
Taking care of parents. Nice. Do your responsibilities nicely. Correct. And
Awakening
okay, helping the orphans. Very nice.
Awakening others.
Awakening.
Others for good things.
Yes, yes. Those are sleeping, go and shake them. Do something good. Correct. Yes. And so all these different things. I hope you understood. Charity, helping others, building hospitals so that people can get free service, building schools for the kids who cannot afford. All these things comes in good karma. Previously, people would dig wells. Any person who is passing by from one village to another, they would offer that well for them. Please drink water from me. So that would be considered a great punya, great pious activity. And anyone who does activities which are called as punya activities, they get a lot of punya and they'll enjoy for that. Is equivalent to getting positive grades. Enjoy for that. They lead a very, very wonderful life. Second is vikarma. Vikarma means bad karma, or in return we get papa. So what are the different activities which come under papa? Intentionally hurting others. This directly comes from the heart. Yes, and cheating, stealing. आपने चाकू लिख नहीं रहा. Killing someone, and what else?
Even not telling the truth.
Not telling the truth also. Yes. So all these things will come under bad karma. Now we see one question I have for all of you is, sometimes what is good for me, other person will say, according to me, my opinion, it is good. For you it might be bad, for me it is good. Like for example, say there is a drunkard, and then he comes to you and then you are preaching to him, drinking alcohol is bad. Maybe he look at me and said, Prabhuji, एक पैक मार के देखो आप भी. अब पिए नहीं बेटा, इतना मजा है इसमें. Now see, that person might advocate this principle. No, but it's good to drink alcohol. So how do we make out what is good and what is bad? Because in this world, everyone wants to give their opinion. Freedom of speech. Everyone wants to speak. Then how will I make out what is good, what is bad? What is that benchmark? Can you all guess? What is that benchmark on basis of which I will try to make out what is good, what is bad?
It's not harming anybody.
if it's not harming anybody, when the parents beat their kids, किसी ने पिटाई खाया बचपन में? How many of you got beaten nicely? Another question. How many of you beat nicely? So now, see, externally the parent is beating. That doesn't mean that they want to kill the child. External is like, "Arey, tu इधर मत करा." So just by seeing the action, can you say it's good or bad? No. What can be other parameters? Based on intention. Based on intention, okay? What else? You think so? Situation. Based on situation. Huh? Time and place. See, all these things, if you see, are very subjective, whatever you said, right? There should be something concrete which cannot change with time, place, circumstance. And that concrete is Vedic scriptures. Bhagavad Gita and the Vedic scriptures are given to us. That tells us what is good and what is bad. So as soon as a person understands in the life manual what is good, what is bad, and he starts living like that, a life like that, his life is very peaceful. Because that's the life manual. They say washing machine ke saath manual hota hai na? Yes. So when you get a manual, you know which buttons to press. I remember first time we got washing machine in our house. I don't remember the day, year 2004 or I don't know before that. Me and my brother were pressing all buttons and doing all that. But as soon as we see the manual, we get to know what is good and what is bad. Similarly, as soon as we refer Vedic scriptures, we understand what is good and what is bad for ourselves and for people around us. And this is what Krishna is saying now here in Bhagavad Gita. Etvaetad abhyasuyanto nam tishtanti me matam sarvajnana vimudam stan viddhi nashtana chetasaha. Someone from them can read.
But those who out of envy disregard these teachings and do not follow them regularly are to be considered bereft of all knowledge, be fooled, and ruined in their endeavors for perfection.
Krishna is making very clear. If these teachings which are given in Gita are not followed, they will be ruined. Simple, as simple as that. So now if the question comes, in Vedic scriptures, which are the activities which are told to be sinful or which gives papa? There are 4 categories of activities which are called as 4 pillars of sin. Quickly. Intoxication, meat eating, illicit sex, and gambling. These are called as the bad karma or the sinful activities, and one has to suffer for that. So now, we understood about what is karma, good karma, what is bad karma. But with good karma also, or bad karma, one has to be stuck in this cycle of birth and death. Chakra mein phase rahenge. Now if I have to come out of that, then my credit should be 0. Understanding the point, everyone? My credit should be 0. No positive credits, no negative credits. So kare to kya kare? Then comes the third entity called akarma. Now, when I do good activity, I get punya, positive credits. When I do bad activity, I get negative credits called papa. Now tell me, according to you, what is akarma? Okay, in terms of reaction, good reaction, punya, bad reaction, papa. Third one? Simple, no reaction. So now when I'm doing some activity and when I don't get any reaction, then that is called as akarma. अभी प्रश्न उठता है कौन सा activity? Which activities are these? Very simple. Whom does everything in this world belong to? इतना क्या सोच रहे हो? Huh? God. Yes, it belongs to God. Your bank balance also. Everything belongs to God, doesn't it? This body also belongs to God. This entire body is made up of what? Earth, water, fire, air, ether. Subtle body is made up of? Subtle body. This is course instructor's exam. Mind, intelligence, and false ego. Yes. So these are the 3 things. And in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying Bhumirapo nalo vayu khammano buddhirevacha ahankarami diyame bhinna prakriti rashtadha. Bhagavad Gita chapter 7 shloka 4. Krishna is saying that earth, water, fire, air, ether are my energies. Now some extra smart person might say, I have put all those energies using my buddhi and I have made this laptop. So this belongs to me. Krishna says, nahi beta, aisa nahi. Nahi. Mana, buddhi, ahankar are also my energy. So this buddhi that you're talking about, that is also my energy. So to be frank, our subtle body, our gross body, everything that we have around, everything belongs to God. And you know what is akarma? Doing activities in such a way where we acknowledge God for whatever He has given us. That is called as akarma. To put it in a more simple way, here Krishna is talking about akarma. Please repeat. Emev tamvidam nityam.
येमेव तमिदं नित्यं
नानुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः
तिष्ठन्ति मानवाः
श्रद्धावन्तो न सूयन्तो
श्रद्धावन्तो न शून्यन्तो
मुच्यन्ते तेऽपि कर्मभिः.
मुच्यन्ते तेऽपि कर्मभिः
Someone reads, please read.
Those persons who execute their duties according to my instructions and who follow this teaching faithfully without envy become free from the bondage of impulsive actions.
Krishna is making very clear. Anyone who follows my instruction given here in Bhagavad Gita, for that person, no reaction. Means he will be doing akarma. So how can we do akarma? By following the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. As simple as that. And what is given in Bhagavad Gita? Devotional activities that we do. So all the devotional activities, all the spiritual activities are categorized in one category called akarma. Please understand the difference between sukarma, vikarma and akarma. So good karma and bad karma, it comes on the material platform. Akarma comes on the spiritual platform. Is that clear to everyone? So now all of you sitting here, you know what you're doing. Are you doing good karma or akarma? Akarma. Spiritual activity. So it's on the higher platform. Good karma, bad karma, lower platform. Hope this is clear. Why it is lower platform? Because of the material platform. Why akarma is higher platform? Because it's on the spiritual platform. Is that clear? Yes. Now let's keep this aside. We'll come back to this concept again. But there's one very important concept that we have to focus on. This is a question for all of you. We'll take a poll. So good karma and bad karma, this concept, is it applicable to animals also? How many of you say yes? How many of you say no? How many of you say Prabhuji, aap hi bata dijiye? Okay. So first one, in the first session, I don't know if, no, I think in this place we might have not discussed this concept. Animals do only 4 activities: eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Eating, sleeping, reproduction, and defending. So they are programmed to do these 4 activities. कुछ भी और काम नहीं करते हैं. Only these 4 activities. That's it. They are programmed to do that. Obviously now they are trained to do various different things, but naturally, yes, naturally they will do only these 4 things: eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Recently, I heard that one of my students was telling me that my dog has got some growth on the skin. The doctor has told that it's cancer, it can be cancerous, so we remove that. I said, that's nice. Oh, I said, we hold that. Then that the student of mine told me that, Prabhu, this is nothing. My neighbor's dog is in depression. And there is a counseling that is going on. So every week, twice counseling happens. How counseling happens? One dog is trained in the hospital, and that dog counsels this dog. मतलब हम लोग इतने भिड़े हुए लोग हैं, हम डिप्रेशन में जाते हैं, कुत्ते भी डिप्रेशन में जाते हैं. But on a very serious note, naturally these personalities do only 4 activities: eating, sleeping, mating, defending. But when it comes to us, how are we special as compared to animals? We think. Yes. Even animals also think. Say, a cat wants to drink milk in the kitchen. It will think when to enter the kitchen. When the master is not there, the cat will enter. इतना भी आवाज नहीं आएगा. It will drink all the milk and will go away. दिमाग तो है ना यहाँ पे, thinking तो है. Without manner. But thinking is meant for what? Eating, sleeping, waiting, defending. बोलिए कैसे हम लोग स्पेशली defend yourself बाबा. Okay, we can think what is right, what is wrong. Amazing. So we have something called as choice. Yes, we had a choice today. Sunday evening, should I go out around shopping or should I go and sit in a Gita class? We had a choice. We chose the option. Correct. Why? Very nice. Anything else? How are we special? We want to do more than these four activities, but unfortunately, people are stuck in these four activities. You see any billboard out there, any advertisement, it talks about eating, it talks about sleeping, it talks about mating, it talks about defending. So in fact, the entire intelligence that we humans have, unfortunately, we're utilizing in what? Utilizing in these four: eating, sleeping, mating, defending. But as soon as we get this choice factor into picture, that makes a difference. Before that, A stands for ability for higher inquiry. See, all of you sitting here, you can ask the question that why am I suffering? Why people out there are suffering? A dog will never ask this question. Even if a dog sits in my class for another 1 hour, at the end, if I say any question, the only thing it will say is no. Yes. उसको बेचारे को समझ ही नहीं आएगा. नहीं है बुद्धि समझने के लिए. A, ability for higher inquiry. B can ask higher questions. They cannot. B, bliss. These animals, they don't search for bliss. We are in search of happiness. We go to movie theaters because we want to be happy. We go to restaurant, try out something new to be happy. We come to satsang to be happy, Baba. If I ask you why did you come here, internally the thing will be I want to be happy, so I've come. Externally you might say I want to learn Gita, this and that. So internally everyone wants to be happy, peaceful, satisfied because we are searching for it. Every single human being is searching for happiness. A, ability for higher inquiry. B, bliss. C, for choice. Which Mataji said. And D is determination. We human beings are determined to do something higher in life more than eating, sleeping, waiting, defending. And we are able to do this A, B, C, D. A stands for ability for higher inquiry. B, bliss. C, D. So these four we have. When it comes to animals, SEED, sleeping, eating, enjoyment, defending. So they just do these four. Why we are able to do ABCD? You know why? Because we have got higher intelligence. Animals don't have higher intelligence. Now, here is the state. Since we have higher intelligence, since we are smart, therefore, good karma, bad karma is applicable only to us. Animals don't have this higher intelligence. So there is no question called sukarma or vikarma for them. They don't have intelligence. Simple. So what they will be doing is they'll just keep evolving from a very lower level to a higher level. And finally they'll come to a human species. Based on similar lines, I have a question. When it comes to small kids who are not mature, so good karma, bad karma is applicable to them also?
No.
How many of you say yes? How many of you say no? Okay. Well, since their intelligence is also not developed, they will not be afflicted to this good karma and bad karma cycle till they get mature. As soon as they get mature, their new cycle begins. Therefore, you see even small kids lie or they steal or whatever, it is not taken so seriously. Not taken very seriously. Yes. Parents might take it seriously and beat them nicely. But that just to teach lesson. As any people life they remember. Therefore, we understand as the intelligence develops, responsibility also comes. And what is the responsibility? To choose which activity to do. Karma, vikarma, or therefore, I always say human life is a junction. What happens in a junction? You can take right, you can take left, go straight, or take a U-turn. Human life is like that. We can either decide to go higher or lower. Now, as soon as I say higher or lower, I think we have to go a bit more deeper to understand this concept. Here is a shloka from Gita which connects to the previous session that we had. Last session of body soul. Yes. Please repeat. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya navani granati naroparani तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि. Someone from James, please read.
As a person put new garments, giving old one, the soul similarly accept new material bodies and give up the old and useless ones.
So the last session, do you all remember? The soul goes from boyhood to youthhood to old age. Do you all remember that?
Yes.
You all did some activity also. Yes, the celebrity photos and all that childhood photos. So please help me to complete the statement. The soul goes from boyhood to youthhood to old age. At the time of death, it goes to new body. Correct? It goes to new. Now here it is said that the clothes that we wear when it gets old, we change the clothes. Now say my clothes have become old, I go to a mall. By the way, I don't go to shopping mall, I'm just saying. So say, we go to a shopping mall, and there I pick up my favorite shirt or jeans or whatever. Can I take whatever I want? Based on what it will be decided, what can I take? थोड़ा और बताइए. Based on what it will be decided. Everything is good, quality size, everything is good. मुझे अच्छा लगा. Based on that, how heavy is your wallet? Yes, based on the credit that you have. Similarly, when the soul goes from boyhood to youthhood to old age, when the body is now old, it changes the body like we change the clothes. So now when it is going to the new body, tell me on what basis the new body is decided. Karma credits. Karma credits. So now the question comes, भाई कितने quality के कपड़े हैं? How many clothes we have? How many different types of clothes are available? थोड़ा variety चाहिए ना जीवन में. How many types of clothes we have? And from Vishnu Puran we have this shloka, very nice. Jalajanava lakshani Savara Rakshavimshati Krimayo Rudra Sankhyaakaha Akshinam Dasha Lakshanam Trimshal Lakshani Pashavaha Chatur Lakshani Manushaha. Please help me with the translation. Jalaja. Jala means and Ja means to take birth in water. So Jalaja means aquatics. So how many aquatics? Navalakshani means 9 lakh species. We're not talking number, huh? We're talking about species, different types. So 9 lakh different species are there, aquatic species. Sthavara means that which doesn't move, trees, plants, etc. How many? Lakshavimshati, 20 lakhs. What is the total till now? 29. Please keep counting. Krimayo Rudra Sankhyaaka. Krimi means krimi, insects. How many Rudra Sankhyaaka? 11 lakhs. Total? 40. Pakshi? Birds. Dasha Lakshana? 10. Total? 30. Trimshal Lakshani Pashava? Pashu means 4-legged animal. Trimshal Lakshani means 30 lakhs. How many now? 80 lakhs. And he said Manusha means humans. Chatur Lakshani, 4 lakh human species. How many? What is the total now? 84 lakh species. So we have 84 lakh different types of bodies available to take. Any question on this line? 4 lakh क्या है? What is 4 lakh? This 4 lakh is based on the consciousness of a person. So some person on very low level consciousness. There are some people who have such low level consciousness though they don't have even the sense of wearing clothes. Like for example, people who are staying in jungles and other places. And there are some people whose consciousness is a little more like cultured in terms of material aspects. They'll speak nicely, maintain the social decorum, etc. etc. But still their consciousness is low. Going a little higher, those people who have little inclination towards spiritual practice. करते नहीं हैं, लेकिन inclination है. Little more higher, there are the ones who are having material desires and inclination, and they have spiritual inclination. They start practicing also. And there are higher who are actually on the spiritual platform of spiritual consciousness. So all these different Devi Devtas also come in this category. So right from the lower level to the higher level, they are the 4 lakh species that we talk about. Even Brahma comes in this category. So now we have understood that we have these different bodies available. Now, on what basis will I get these bodies? Karma credits. Kitna positive credits are, kitna negative credits are. Based on that, I'll get the next body. Krishna, he mentions a very nice shloka, and you have to help me to understand the shloka now. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam.
Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam.
Tyajyate kalevaram. Tam tam ivaiti kauteya.
Tam ivaiti kauteya.
Sada tad bhav bhavitah.
Sada tad bhav bhavitah.
Yes, come on, please read loudly.
Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, O son of Kunti, that state he will attain without fail.
So here Krishna is saying, hey Arjun, whatever you remember at the time of death, that is the state that you want to attain. और अब तक हमने discuss किया, based on karma credit we want to get next life. And now we are saying, based on the last thought that we have at the time of death, we'll get next life. The contradiction लग रहा है ना थोड़ा? हाँ? By the way, for your information, even scientifically it is proved, at the time of death, there is a huge slideshow that takes place. बचपन से जो भी किया ना, slideshow. By the way, we will not be able to remember everything, right? If I ask you, tell me something about your childhood, will you be able to tell everything, junior KG to now? No, we will not be able to tell. Only some things will remember. Maybe that teacher will slap us tight. You have lost some traumatic situation, some very, very happy situation. You are about to fail and the teacher gave me a grace mark and I was passed. Something like that, you see. Now, similarly, whatever we do throughout the day, that's what we remember in the dream also. That's what comes in the dream also most of the time. Similarly, whatever we do throughout our life, uska slideshow बनता है. Whatever has made deep impact in your life, those slides are put. And there will be a rapid slideshow that will take place, and there will be one slide on which we will leave the body. And that slide is going to decide what is my next life. Now you have to help me to reconcile the two concepts that we have learned. Once we said karma decides our next life, and now we are saying the last thought decides our next life. Please reconcile these concepts.
Based on whatever karma we have actually done, so at the end of our life, at the last moment, that is what we will recall.
Isn't that the logical thing what Mataji just said? Whatever we have done throughout our life, that's what is finally going to remember. As simple as that. Yes. But still, on a logical note, we give this favorite example. Say our karma says that we have to be a cockroach next life. Tension of Gautam nahi hoga because Gita class mein aa rahe. But entire life since he was in Bangalore, the only boards that he saw was 4 BHK class. Hoarding, bada hoarding. I was going to Sarjapur. We have a center there, so I was traveling. So I'm in Sarjapur. So वहाँ एक hoarding लगा था. Villa without any water shortage. मैं सोचा था अभी क्या advertisement है मतलब मस्त advertisement. So now say I've been watching all this and I have a very intense desire. Yeah, I want a 4 BHK, 5 BHK villa out. And at the time of death, I'm remembering that hoarding. Yes, villa. So my karma says that I have to be a cockroach, but I am remembering at the time of death a villa. Tell me what is my destination? Right, everyone? Yes? Cockroach in that. So nice. So please make sure that you don't have such desires. Therefore, in Vedic scripture, there is nothing contradictory. contradictory. Only thing is we should get the guidance to understand what are the concepts. Many times, there are people who are against various scriptures. So they will say, ये पुराण तो ये कहता है, ये पुराण तो वो कहता है, ये क्या इतना diversity, ये क्या इतना contradiction? अरे भाई contradiction नहीं, तुझे आता नहीं समझ. Learn under guidance, you'll understand. There's nothing contradictory. Everything is in line, everything is in sequence. So now I have another question. So you understood, okay, so based on my karma, we understood good karma, bad karma. Based on that, I'm going to get my next life. Because the karma is also going to decide the thought process that I'm going to have at the time of death. So now, whatever activities I've done, good karma, bad karma, will I get that in the same life? जो भी मैंने पाप किया, will I be suffering in the same life? जो भी मैंने पुण्य किया, will I be enjoying the same life? How many people say yes? How many people say no? बाकी लोग हमेशा मेरे लिए बैठते हैं. Here a very nice slide. See, there are different seeds, in our day-to-day life also. Like mustard seeds, if you sow, in 2-3 days you will see it's coming out. But if you see a mango seed, it takes time. Sometimes to get fruits, it takes years. Sometimes next generation will eat that mango. Hybrid की बात करो, natural की बात करो. Yes. Similarly, the karma seeds also, they are also very diverse. There are some karmic reactions which we get, which can be called as seeds. So that seed might fructify immediately, and some might take time to fructify. And here I have a very, very important case study coming from Mahabharata. So Dhritarashtra, when he saw all his 100 sons killed, he was very pained at heart. He went to Lord Krishna and he asked, what did I do? What did I do in my past? Because my 100 sons are killed, not even one is alive. All 100 sons are killed. What did I do? Oh Lord, please tell me. So that time Krishna said, 50 lifetimes back, O Dhritarashtra, you were a hunter. How many lifetimes? 50. And then he said, you were a hunter and one day you were hunting. You were having a bow and arrow fixed on one bird in the nest, huge nest. There were 100 birdlets in that. And you were aiming at that bird, father bird. And as soon as you were able to, you were planning to release your arrow, the father bird flew. And you were so frustrated and annoyed that you killed the 100 birdlets in the nest. So Dhritarashtra, what that father bird went through, the pain, that same pain you're going through because your 100 offsprings are killed. Now, by the way, Dhritarashtra was intelligent. He had a question. Can you all guess what was the question?
Why would God feel a pain?
Okay, something more.
Why took 39?
Why 50 lifetimes? Next lifetime may there is. Why 50 lifetimes? And you know what Krishna said? Dhritarashtra, to get one son, you need a lot of punya. For last 50 lifetimes, you were amassing positive credits so that at one time you can beget 100 sons. And oh Dhritarashtra, now 50 lifetimes back, that bomb which was remaining for you, that seed which was sown by you, that is fructified now. Congratulations. Can you imagine? Did you all understand the thing? What I spoke? 50 lifetimes back, you did something bad. That seed was sown at that time. And 50 lifetimes, what was he doing? He was trying to amass positive credits, punya. And now, when punya was enough, at that time, that seed fructified and his sons were killed and he felt the same pain what the father was feeling. अभी बताइए, immediate होता है क्या? Immediate, some things will be immediate, but some things will take a lot of time. Therefore, sometimes when people come and ask, Prabhuji, why am I suffering? Is it because of my previous lifetime? अरे भाई मैं कैसे बताऊं? Which seed you have sown in which lifetime and how much time it will take to fructify, we never know. Therefore, I call it as karma bomb. And it's like a timer. Oh, वहाँ ticking चालू हो गया था some lifetime. Now we never know which bomb is going to blast in our life. Sometimes people are very proud. They say everything is good in my life. सब कुछ set है. My family members are very nice. Monetarily no problem. My all organs are working. Everything is set in my life. In fact, one of my classmates, I was preaching to him during engineering times. So I was preaching to him. I said, see, you should practice spirituality. He said, see, I'll come to all this. As of now, I don't think I need Krishna. Everything is set in my life. When I need, I'll get back to you. I said, my God, that's like next level pride. It means people are thinking everything will remain like this. All of you sitting here are much more experienced in your material life. Tell me, do things remain stable all the time? Absolutely no. I'm sure all of you sitting here might have gone through a roller coaster ride in your life. Everyone sitting here. Only these young people, no? College में अभी थोड़ा पंख फूट रहा है बाहर. They are like everything will go well. एकदम ऐसे मंद बुद्धि. Yes. So therefore, it's a very important point to note that as soon as we start understanding these concepts from Bhagavad Gita, the first quality that creeps in our life is humility. We'll never be proud. Even if we become billionaire, we will not be proud because I know that some karma bomb might be there which might blast and make me a pauper one day. Why should I become proud? Why should I become proud of these temporary situations of my life? And such a person who is humble, he can win the heart of everyone and keep everyone together. He can keep people happy. But they are the only ones who are practicing spirituality. जो बेचारे material वाले लोग हैं ना, जो कुछ भक्ति नहीं करते, no spiritual practice, they are always in darkness, always. And they think सब कुछ ऐसे ही रहेगा, and everything is fine, and everything will remain fine. It's not going to be anything. We never know when the karma bomb will blast. One of my students, he had this toothache, and doctors did a scanning here. Now he went for a toothache and he was expecting maybe tooth has to be removed. But when the scanning was done, it was found that this part of jaw is missing. There was some tumor that was there here. And he had to undergo huge surgery. Some plate was put here after that. So we never know what's going to happen. COVID time is an example now. कैसा कैसा कर्मा बॉम्ब फटा लोगों के लाइफ में. Some people lost almost everything, including family members also. Therefore, we have to be very, I would not say fearful, but I would say a bit open-minded to accept the fact that anything can happen at any time. The only thing that I can do is prepare myself for that, and that's what Gita teaches. Become strong from within by implementing the principles of Gita. So now the question comes, if good karma, bad karma is going to decide my life, is everything fixed? Is everything fixed in life? No. Yes. No. If everything is fixed, then we are like robots, huh? If a robot is over, एकदम robots. And then people will have reason also. Let's say someone is going murdering someone. They say everything is fixed, sorry. It's not like that. It's not everything is fixed. But there is something that is fixed, by the way. The amount of sukha and dukkha is fixed. Amount of sukha and dukkha is fixed. You cannot change that quantity. Quantum of sukha and dukkha cannot be changed. Now, how that sukha will come and how that dukkha will come, the details can change, but the quantum is going to remain the same. Sometimes I was thinking that people endeavor so much in material life. They want to grow. I'm sure all of you sitting here having so much of experience in life, you'll agree with me. There are people who work like donkeys, but they don't get what they want. And there are people who hardly do anything and they get whatever they want. Yes? So at times, people are endeavoring so much, going higher and higher and higher. But now you all can tell me, with the concept that we have discussed, there is something that stops the person. Stops the person's material growth. Puts an obstacle in the material growth. What is this? What is this? अरे क्या टॉपिक चल रहा है भाई? हाँ कर्मा और क्या होगा? So in material life, you know what happens? In material life, this is the upper threshold. You cannot go beyond this. कितना भी मेहनत कर दो, the amount of sukha and dukkha cannot be increased. नहीं कर सकते. But you know what is the best part? There is something that is flexible in our life, and that is bhakti or spiritual life. Our spiritual advancement, we have it in our hand. We can decide if it's advanced. This Papa Punya is on a material platform. Spiritual practice on spiritual platform. So material platform pe Papa Punya is going to obstruct our material growth based on our whatever karma was awaiting to us. But on the spiritual platform, the spiritual practices have no limit. So everyone sitting here can decide yourself how much you want to grow in spiritual life. And you know what is the best part? Please come forward. Today is a household show. Proposing every week is a household show. Thank you. So nice. I know space नहीं but थोड़ा ऐसे ही जाना अच्छा लगेगा. One important point to note is if some karma home is going to last in my life, इसका मतलब I'm going to go through some turmoil, some traumatic situation. Correct? Correct? We are going to go through some ups and downs. You know what? A person who is stable in his life all the time, that person is always appreciated. Yes or no? लोग बोले इतने ऐसे सिचुएशन में इतना खुश कैसे है? खुश है, स्टेबल कैसे है? And you know who remains stable? A spiritual practitioner. Because he knows very well, my material life is anyways going to be uncertain. Because I don't know which karma one is going to last in my life now. But a spiritual practitioner is so strong from within, so strong from within, that these external situations will not affect him. Therefore, I always tell all the participants of Gita Course, कभी भी कुछ भी हो सकता है, तो इसमें डरना नहीं है, क्योंकि होने ही वाला है. ऐसे नहीं मैं घर पे ऐसे बैठ जाऊंगा and कुछ नहीं होगा मेरे साथ. ऐसे कुछ नहीं. Anything can happen at any time, but the person is practicing spirituality, chanting every day Hare Krishna Mahamantra, reading Bhagavad Gita, and attending such discourses, the person will become very strong from within. Anything happens in life, he will be stable. There was once a big factory was put on fire. The owner of the factory is standing there and watching. His wife came, and his wife was stabbing and crying, "Kya ho gaya ye? Our entire business is up. We are on the road now." And at that time, this person smiled and told his wife, "Look at the fire. Such scene you will never be able to witness in your entire life. Look at this." And he was smiling. And now this lady was going mad. "ये पागल तो नहीं हो क्या? क्या बोल रहा है? Fire देख, पूरा factory fire में." And you know what he said? He made a very big statement which only a spiritualist can make, and he said, "Lord gave me this to take care, and now He's taken away. No problem. Let's start from scratch." We need guts to say that. And who will have that guts? Only a spiritual practitioner. बाकी बेचारे तो रोते रहेंगे. Why me? क्यों मेरे साथ? अरे जब अच्छा होता है तो पूछते हैं कि why me? जब बुरा होता है why me? Why me? Therefore, it's very important to note Sukha and Dukha is fixed in life, but our spiritual advancement is not fixed. And we can choose how much we want to become robust in our life. And once we become robust, then nothing can affect in our life. Whatever material things happen over here, nothing will affect. So here we come to the million-dollar question: why do bad things happen to people? I think I've answered it yourself. Yes? But still, here is an analogy to understand. This is a silo. Farmers, when they grow some grains, they'll put it from the top, and if they want to use it, they'll remove from the bottom. Okay? So one year, the farmer got some grains which were black, not a good quality grains. So उन्होंने ऊपर से डाला, तो नीचे से हो गया. Now next year, when he got the next set of grains, which were really white and bright, he was putting them from the top. And his youngest son was watching, and his father was telling, "Beta, this time the crop was very nice. See, we have good quality grains just putting from the top." And after doing this activity, the wife of that person, he called her and he said, "थोड़ा वो ले आओ, तो grains ले आओ, अनाज ले आओ, पकाना है, खत्म हो गया है." So now father tapped it from below. Which grains came out? The black ones. Now this son who is standing there, hey, white, black, white, black, एकदम confused. Same is the case with people like us, people who are outside who don't have knowledge of karma. They say, "Arey, he's doing all good activities. He's putting white grains, but why is still he suffering? Why only black grains are coming out?" And what is the answer? Karma, because in the past, what he has done in the past life, which grains he has put, he also does not know, and the person who is witnessing, he also does not know. Therefore, very lay people of this world, illiterate people of in spirituality, they make such statements. Then why bad things happen to good people? I usne कांड किया उसको मिल रहा है. What's your problem? And then we are going through something We have to understand one thing: black grains are coming out, white will also come. Tolerate. Yes. Therefore, in our life, there's nothing called as we say no luck. Today I was very lucky. Very lucky. Tell me what is lucky according to the concept that you learned today. Good karma in terms of grains, white grains coming out. Simple. I mean, next time से आप लोग नहीं बोलेंगे I was very lucky today. आज मुझे free में मिल गया. Free बोल सकता है कुछ? Nothing comes for free. Either you have paid it before or very soon you are going to pay. And shopkeepers are very nice. They take the payment at that time only. Therefore, we have to be very clear about this concept. Nothing happens by chance. We all are carrying our baggages. Baggage में भर भर के karma है. Good credits, bad credits, good grains, bad grains. Slowly, slowly निकलेगा एक एक करके. So when good things happen, when white grains are coming out, we say, oh, I am very lucky. When the bad grains start coming, oh, my luck is very bad. Time बुरा चल रहा है. I hope you understand the concept now very clearly. Let me see how much I understand. Can good karma and bad karma nullify each other? Morning, the person is all good karma. He is doing charities, poor people at night. He does something. आपको समझ गए ना what he does? ठीक मैंने बोला आपको समझ गए. So now a person who is saying that at night I did sinful activities. So now in the morning I'll do pious activities. I'll go give charity, I'll go help people and all that. So now the morning activities that I did, that is cutting the evening sinful activity. Yes, or no, right? Is it possible? Some people are having fingers crossed. Prabhuji, say yes. Because this is what I was thinking about. Here is the mathematics of karma. Tell me, according to karma math, 7 minus 4 is not 3. What is 7 minus 4? What is 7 minus 4? 7 and minus 4. So if I have got 7 positive credits, I have to enjoy those 7 positive credits. If I have got 4 negative credits, I have to suffer those 4 negative credits. Never it would happen 7 minus 4, so I'll just enjoy 3. ऐसा कुछ नहीं. So deep and so critical, I tell you. And anyone who understands this will never get into nonsense. Never. He'll never do all this nonsensical activity. Subah is a sannyasi and raat ko vilasi. But not happen. Now some people sitting here might say, Prabhuji, मैं कसम खा के कहता हूँ, I was not knowing all this concept. एक बताइए मेरे साथ क्या होगा? I was in ignorance. I was not knowing that these are the things. Please tell me what will happen with me. So now, say someone says, before the session, I was in ignorance. I was not knowing. Will that person be spared? Will that person be spared? So cruel people. But you're right. Because ignorance of the law is not an excuse. Say there is a speed limit, and then you drive more than that speed limit. When you're arrested or when you're caught, and the cop is asking you to give fine, at that time, what will the cop say? No problem, give me fine. And say you're eating something on the street and you get food poisoning. And you think, I was not knowing it is unhygienic. Food poisoning one on the feet. And say the elder person or child goes and puts his hand in the fire. And he was not knowing the fire burns. But still his hand will burn or not. So ignorance of law is not an excuse. Humans have some speciality, as compared to animals. What is that? A, B, C, D. They have got higher intelligence to do A. A means ability for higher inquiry. B, C, D. So we have higher intelligence. So when we get higher intelligence, we have higher responsibility also. So we cannot deny this fact. Privileges are there, privileges will come with responsibility. Therefore, as soon as there is ignorance of truth, immediately we will commit sinful activity and then there will be suffering. Therefore, it is said, since we have the higher intelligence, we are endowed or we are sure to go through the cycle of karma because we have to choose what is good, what is bad. But we also have a way way to get rid of this. Isn't that a good news? Yes. So whatever you've done in the past, that can be nullified. That can be nullified. Always remember, in our life, there's nothing called as checkmate. Never. Never there will be a checkmate. Only thing is you need to have knowledge from scriptures and you can work on it. Here is the final shloka. Please repeat. बुद्धि युक्तो जहाति है
बुद्धि युक्तो जहाति है
उभे सुकृत दुष्कृते
उभे सुकृत दुष्कृते
तस्मात् योगाय युज्यस्व
तस्मात् योगाय युज्यस्व
योग कर्मसु कौशलम
योगकर्मसु कौशलम्.
This translation. Someone can read.
A man engaged in devotional service rids himself of both good and bad reactions, even in his life. Therefore, strive for yoga, which is the art of all work.
So, the spiritual activity that we're doing is on a higher platform. Papa Punya is on the lower platform. So now, this spiritual practices that we do has all power to destroy this lower thing. Is that clear? Now, after understanding this, what I will do is, every day morning I'll chant Hare Krishna, and evening I'll do sinful activity. So next day, how's that? How's the idea? Does that work? If a person is doing this with this understanding, he will suffer double. बाद में कहना नहीं पड़ेगा। He'll suffer double. Because if we think we are smart, please remember Prakriti is more smarter than us. She'll beat us left and right. ज़्यादा चढ़ा होता है। Therefore, over smartness is not allowed in this world. But one thing is very clear. Say today we decide, yes, till now I was doing all these activities, and I do understand that all these black grains are waiting now. But I want to destroy these black grains, so I will take a spirituality very seriously, and I will not again put some black grains in my account. If that is the thing, then this will destroy us. Is that clear? Yes, everyone. Therefore, this is the solution that is there for all of us. And the proof is, Srila Prabhupada, when he went to West, hippies there, they were doing all simple activities. All simple activities possible. But as soon as they came in touch with Srila Prabhupada and they started practicing bhakti, that is chanting of Hare Krishna, Mahamantra on beats every day. Second, reading Bhagavad Gita every day. And third, coming to a satsang like this in a spiritually surcharged atmosphere, just by doing that, they became all pure. They're leading a very, very pure life. Very, very pure life. To such an extent that they have come to a platform of preaching to Indians also. Indians also. Can you imagine? That's the power of bhakti. That's the power of spiritual practice. How many were chanting one round every day? On beats? Okay. I think the others who are waiting. Today is the Shubh Muhurat. Please don't delay, I'm telling you. Please don't delay. Because our mind will never allow us to do good things immediately. Our mind will always delay good things, bad things, always it will say, do it now! Now is the right time! Therefore, when you come to such a spiritually such an atmosphere, and when you hear such things from Gita, immediate thing that we should do is immediately implement. But the thing that helped me to progress, whatever little bit progress I've done in spiritual life, is as soon as I used to hear something from my spiritual mentor, I would implement that immediately. Immediately I would implement. And I could see the difference in my own life. So I request all of you also that please don't delay these things. Final practical slide. How to deal with adverse situations. 3 points to take away from this session. First and foremost, whenever we are going through some critical situation in life, accept the fact, I have done it and I have to face it. Never we should act innocent, huh? पता नहीं मेरे साथ ये क्यों हो रहा है. This is all nonsense. Never we should act innocent because we are not innocent. We have done it and we have to face it. Always mark this one line in your existence in your system. I will get whatever I deserve. Never is going to be a time when I'll get something which I don't deserve. Always remember this one point. Always. And this is a fact. Even if a judge gives a wrong judgment in the Supreme Court, but material nature, she will not miss out on any parameter of all life. She will consider all the parameters and will give whatever we deserve. Second, when we are going through some suffering, smile. with this understanding, not because of depression or madness. Smile. Why? Because when I'm suffering, black grains are coming out. So nikal, no problem. White grains will come. That's the bliss that a person should have. I've seen this in my students who are practicing spirituality for quite some time. Even when they go through some tough situation, they have this full confidence and they say, Prabhuji, koi, maine kiya hai, mujhe bhugatna hai. And anyways, black grains are coming out, white will also come. No problem. Full confident, right? Ekdam confident. And the person who has a confidence, that person can lead a very, very wonderful, blissful, satisfied life. And finally, the third one, go deeper in spiritual life. Why get into black grains, white grains? Just destroy both of it. Finish it off. So when you go higher and higher in spiritual life, when the fire of spirituality burns in your heart, that will burn all these different negative and positive reactions which are there in store. Therefore, I always recommend all the Gita Course students, without fail, every day, one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra should be done, mandatory. That one beats. Some people, when I ask, are you chanting every day? They say, yes, Prabhuji, I'm chanting. अंदर ही अंदर से. आप तो एक माला कहते हैं, मैं तो 24/7 कर रहा हूँ अंदर ही अंदर से. This is nonsense. This cannot be accepted. इस 24/7 अगर आपको का वो लेवल होता, तो गीता को साथ में क्यों बैठे? Isn't that a fact? उधर रोज में अंदर ही अंदर चल रहा है. मैं बोलता डॉक्टर के पास जाओ, चेक करो, गैस बन गया होगा. There's nothing called अंदर ही अंदर. If really you have bhakti inside, that will manifest outside also, and you will show interest in chanting Hare Krishna beats. कितना ही टाइम लगता है? 10 मिनट तो लगता है. Just by chanting for 10 minutes, why would you get such benefits? So wonderful. Why should I wait? Second is shloka a day. So this was my 3 years endeavor, just to help all the students or all the participants who are beginning their spiritual life. And I've kept these videos of 5 or 10 minutes. That's it. How many of you are watching every day? Okay. The ones who are not watching, please start watching. It will surely help you. Third one is don't miss the Sunday evening satsang. I'm so proud to say this. In all our centers, there are so many couples, so many families who alter their schedule just to attend this class. Sometimes they have to go to the native place or whatever. They postpone and they say Monday morning we will leave. But Sunday evening I'm not going to do this. Anyone who is able to do these 3, I give you writing. That person will advance in spiritual life for sure. Any questions? I pause it. How many of you have questions? Raise your hand first. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 questions. Okay. 8. अभी हाथ में उठा सकते हो क्या अभी आप? ठीक है? हाँ. Yes. Hare Krishna.
2 questions.
Yes,
First is
yes.
that spiritually, when we incline on something, why does it happen that when you're visiting a temple or any spiritual place, you start crying? What is the reason for that? Or is it the case that it only happens with me or after others?
I would say this is more of a emotional, material factor. There's nothing to do with spiritual.
And second is, we have Pitru Paksh, right? If all the souls are planted in some or the other body, why does our culture enrich us to make sure that we follow Pitru Paksh? Because if souls are already being utilized somewhere, why should we be asking them to come out their body? And
Isn't that an amazing question? Did you all get it? Yes.
Thank you so much.
That's a very nice thought process. So for your information, did you all discuss last time about ghosts? Little discuss? Yes. See, those people who commit suicide, or those people who are very sinful, they will not get gross body. They have to remain in subtle body. So when we do Pindadan, especially during ritual work, we don't know. We might say Swargas ho gaya, but actually we don't know where they actually landed. So it might happen that if they are sinful throughout their life, they might not get a gross body. They might be a ghostly person. So just to help them, so when Pindadan is done, they will get a gross body. And say they are there in Swarga, they are there. By our Pindadan, they will be able to remain there for some time. And also another very important thing, say if they are suffering in the hell, by our Pindadan, they will be able to come to this planet again. So Pindadan is a very, very important activity which every single married person should be doing. Very, very important activity. Does that answer your question? Next question.
My question is,
Hold it.
my question is about Vikram.
Because
Yeah,
yes.
something that we should read.
Yes.
generally, and I understand the grossly wrong things which you mentioned, like taking somebody as a kind of crime, I would say. But what about the small things we unintentionally does with the other person, like hurting somebody, maybe because of accident reason, because of your job, any other reason. But you don't want it, but still you need to do it because of whatever duty you have. How it impact us?
First and foremost, if it's a duty and you're doing it as a duty, no problem. If you're doing it to prove your ego, then it's a problem. Then we have to suffer. Yes. Then we have to suffer for sure.
Here.
Yeah.
Prabhu, here.
So, it might sound a little funny.
Keep it
There is a common statement we say that जो लिखा है वो होगा. So does that mean that all the good karma, the sukarma that we are doing in this life, because the spirituality would be in. So is it for the next life, or maybe next few lives, nothing for this life?
It's a very nice question. This will clarify a lot of that. Whatever good or bad we are doing, a part of it will be given us in this life. Most of it for the next life. Actually, in our Vedic times, no one would plan enjoyment for this life. They always plan for the next life. अभी demonic tendency अभी आया है, अभी enjoy करना है, instant enjoyment, ये अभी आया है concept. Always in the Vedic times, people would plan. I'll go to Swarga and इधर क्या enjoy करूँ, क्या है? They will not plan enjoyment here. But when it comes to spirituality, don't confuse the two. Papa and Punya, little bit will manifest now, and most of it the next life. But when it comes to spiritual practices, which are on spiritual platform, you can see immediate results now. That's the difference between the two. Does it make sense?
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
I have a question. So you just mentioned a karma.
Okay,
So
yes.
I understand like being spiritual, chanting most of the time a day, we can achieve that. But we are living in a family, in a society.
Right.
Either way, we have to be part of karma or
Yes.
punya. So how we can manage that balance and how we can make sure that yes, I'm going towards.
That's a very intelligent question. Yeah. So, a very important thing. We have to be innovative enough to acknowledge the Lord in all our activities. Simple activity, like for example, eating food. When we cook sattvic food, we can offer it to the Lord and then take it as prasad. And then when we are earning money, we give a part of it for spiritual activities. Now, like we have all these programs getting organized, or we distribute a lot of prasad outside. So there's a difference between free food distribution and prasad distribution. Prasad is spiritual food that you distribute to people. You are benefited, the other person also benefits. And then other activities, like for example, anything new I get in my life. So I get gold, I get some gadgets, whatever. I first offer it to the Lord. Oh Lord, you have given, this belongs to you. I would like to accept it as prasad and use it in your service. So you can use all this as your innovative way to offer it to the Lord. Whatever the skills and talents we have, use it in service of the Lord. Say I'm a good singer, I can sing kirtans. I like to write poems, let me write it for the Lord. I like to speak, let me speak about the Lord. You can always do that. The only thing is, जो दिमाग दिया है उसको यूज करना है भगवान की सेवा में. In every activity of ours, now at this point of time, how can I acknowledge the Lord in this particular activity? That activity becomes akarma. In fact, to get a thought also that I want to offer this activity to the Lord is a big thing. Lord will be very pleased.
Yeah, one more follow question. So, okay, now I understand the concept of akarma. I will lead my life as per that rule.
Okay.
But what about others in my family or in the society? If they are creating some kind of chaos, I might react. So, how can I gain that control? So that not to produce such negative reactions or something like that, because opposite person is not ready to understand
Yes,
the
got your
situation.
point. Got your point. We cannot control others. Everyone agrees?
Yes.
I know you're not able to control your spouse. But on a very serious note.
That side, not this side.
अरे खुलेआम बोल दी बात है. On a serious note, what she said is correct. You cannot control anyone in this world. You cannot. The only thing that we can do is we can become strong with him. Yes. To such an extent that you are least affected by what is happening around you. By the way, this is not going to happen in one night, huh? आज क्लास सुन लिए, एक माला कर लिया, next day robust. ऐसा नहीं होने वाला. It needs practice. That's what Krishna told Arjuna. अभ्यास है तो कौनते हैं? Do अभ्यास and do practice. All of you who have already begun your spiritual journey by coming here, the only thing that you have to aim at is, I have to go deep in spiritual life and become strong spiritually from within. Who can shake it? Who can shake it? Problem I would not say is outside. I would always say problem is within. उसको solve करना. And that is our thing, for sure. Make sense? अरे माइक पीछे जा ही नहीं रहा, वो बेचारे ऐसे कर रहे हैं.
First question,
When ask one question, later we'll take.
when everything is going as per karma script, I do all the good karmas without touching the reaction. What is the role of God?
What is the role of God?
God. I myself can do it.
So, there's a philosophy called Karma Mimamsa, where it says, anyways, everything happens by your karma. What is the need to acknowledge the Lord? What is the need to acknowledge the Lord? This is a demonic mentality. It's almost like, पापा ने मुझे पैसे दिए 100 रुपए, मैं करूँ ना मुझे जो करना? I don't know whatever I want. अरे पापा पूछेंगे, बेटा कहाँ 100 रुपए खर्च किए हैं? तो अपना काम कर. You gave me money, your job is done. Now, when the child doesn't acknowledge, that's a problem. So it's a basic thing to acknowledge for whatever we have got. This is first thing. Second, it's not about just being a cycle of karma. No? Life is not meant for being a cycle of karma. As human beings, we will break the cycle of karma. That only Lord can do, not anyone else. And He is the one who can give us the right intelligence. If we pray for, He will give us the right intelligence to do the right thing so that we can go on the right path. He plays an important role. And He says that in Bhagavad Gita chapter 15, He says, Sarvasya Chaham Hridisandhi Vishwa Matta Smriti Jnana Pavanam Cha. Hey Arjun, I am the one who gives remembrance, I am the one who gives forgetfulness, and I am the one who gives knowledge also. He plays a very vital role. But this question, I will pause here because this question will be answered in detail in a session called Who is Pulling My String? Because there we are going to discuss three entities: Ishvara, God, Jiva, we, and Prakriti. When you understand the role, job description, JD of all three, then this will be clear, more clear. So let's pause this.
We do respect our shastras, right? Astrology is one of the shastras. As per astrology, based on my birth time, everything is written there. My karmas are also written there.
Correct.
What is that I am doing new year? Is already written by God like a house.
That's what the slide said, no? What is fixed in life? Sukha and Dukha is fixed. So various junctions in your life are fixed. Yes, I accept. But in that junction, what is the call that you're going to take is up to you. Because you have the capability to make a choice. Like for example, say there are two people who are taken birth in a family of a drunkard. One boy decides he will not drink. Another boy decides he will drink. And when both of them are interviewed, so when the first person is asked, why are you drinking? Because my father drinks. Second boy is asked, why are you not drinking? Because my father drinks. Make sense? Yes. So the situation will be because of the karma, because of past karma. Choice that I want to make is going to decide what next. If what you're saying is the final thing, that everything is said, then where's the question of next time? Logically it doesn't fit. Make sense? No, I can go on.
Such a topic.
I can go on, I have no problem. You are married, you have office tomorrow. No.
Regarding the slide which you have shown, like you said, consuming sleep is a sin, consuming meal is a sin. But like my understanding is that especially Kshatriyas, I think their intention is to protect the kingdom, and I think they consume meat. So is it that under certain circumstances that consuming meat is a sin, or what is that?
A very important point that he has asked. Kshatriyas. So they kill the animals because they would go to the forest, they would fight with the lion and kill the lion. That was a practice to save the kingdom. Because in some war, they will need all these experts. But never is a time when the army Kshatriyas will kill an animal and eat an animal. So there was no question of Kshatriyas eating animals. There is no description given. Yes. But somehow this thing I've heard multiple times. And all glories to the modern authors. There's a book written by, I don't want to spoil my tongue. He writes the first page of that book on Ramayana. It says, Ram and Lakshmana, They were eating deer meat. This is how that first page begins. This is such a stupid thing that I tell you. Means he is putting his nonsensical thoughts in the book and trying to put the same garbage in others' mind. कहाँ दिया है भाई शास्त्र में ऐसे कौन से रामायण में दिया वाल्मीकि में रामायण में तो नहीं इसको सपने में आ जाएगा ऐसे तो उसने खाया रहेगा कुछ और सपने में आ जाएगा वही Therefore, one thing is very clear. I request all of you sitting here: don't make Instagram, YouTube Shorts, WhatsApp as a source of knowledge, and especially the modern author books. जो एकदम attractive titles देते हैं, but अंदर सब खोखला. Nothing is there. It's all nonsense. When I read that for the first time, my body was burning in anger. How can someone write this? How can someone write this? And people who have no knowledge from scripture, जो बोलते हैं, I don't have time, I'm very busy in my office, etc. They will not read the actual text. They will read this nonsense. And when they read this nonsense, oh, ऐसा होता है. Oh, okay, nice. I'll follow in the footsteps of Lord. वो बंदा तो नरक में जाएगा ही, और जो उसका बुक पढ़ रहा है वो भी उसमें जाएगा. So be very careful who's book reading. Yeah.
Prabhuji, I have a question.
I think mine should go behind the wall. Yes.
So we all work for corporate, and I'm a vegetarian. I know that eating meat is a sin, and however, in the office function, I may be forced to pay for go or eat meat. So will that sin land on me because I am paying for that? I don't need it.
Sorry, out of syllabus. Actually, to be frank, people are about sure you are in the game. We are trying our best to educate people on these subject matters, but not everyone gets educated. Yeah? But what to do, we are in game, you have to participate. Whenever you get chance, obviously you can use some innovative techniques because you can talk to these people who are working. So they use innovative techniques to dovetail and maneuver things and get things on a positive note. Makes sense. It will be difficult. The mic is on again.
No, just a follow-up question on this only. But if he is doing it as per his duty, you mentioned it should not impact, right? I mean, if it is his duty, it should not be.
In one of the sessions, we'll discuss about duty in more detail. Yes. Because as of now, the duty is what I have decided as a duty. But what actually is the duty, according to Shastra, we'll discuss that. I don't know which session it comes. Yoga letter it will come. There you can discuss more on this. But अभी ज़्यादा टेंशन मत लीजिए आज रात को जाएंगे अभी ये टकरे ने तो आके दिमाग खराब कर दिया अभी क्या करो ऑफिस जाओ नहीं जाओ what so chill out whatever is there in your hands do that don't try to control those things out of control if it's out of control go in the flow but those things can control try to change
My question is like, suppose there is a person, like he is a good person, but somehow he was hurt by some bad element in society. Suppose he got killed. So we justify that like he did some bad karma in previous lives, so he is getting that. So as a society, do we need bad people or bad person in society?
See, okay, one thing, disclaimer to today's session. We cannot use this philosophy to analyze others' situation. Say someone is going through a tough phase in your family and you know that. तूने पाप किया है पाप. It so happened, one of the lady who attended my session. Her son was going through a tough phase, and over the phone she was telling me, "So you said पाप किया है, मरने दो उसे." I'm like, what is this? So see, if that is the thing, you know what will happen? If you use this karma philosophy to analyze other situations, your heart will become hard. And a hard-hearted person cannot advance in spiritual life. So this philosophy that we discuss today is to answer questions of my life. My, not others. Please make this point very clear. Regarding question, do we need bad people in society? No. Who says we need bad people? But it's bad The word bad that comes also very subjective because people do change and they are under something, and that something is going to be discussed in a session called Who is Pulling My Strings. So they are also controlled in a certain way, but they have made a choice to be under that something which forces them to do something better. So to be frank and straightforward, bad people are not needed, but the problem is that they choose to be bad, so they remain bad people. Lord is making so much arrangement to help everyone to become good. He's giving Bhagavad Gita, but नहीं मुझे कुछ अलग ही करना है. Then what to do? Lord also take do करने का. Over, over. नहीं ना.
My question about one understanding.
What understanding?
What I understand is correct.
Okay, okay, yes, yes.
So, like you said that Dhritarashtra has done some wrong things, so he got punished in his
Yes.
life. But I feel that his decision, what he take in that life, will become more sinful than what he did in the past life. My, if I will take in my current life the good decision or good things, might be it will overcome the karma which I did in my past life or.
I think that we answered today, yes. So whatever he did, he had to face that. But also the decision that he took, as you rightly said, was more sinful. He has to suffer for that. But if someone takes a call to practice spirituality, as I said, both bad grains and good grains are going to get born. So tension is all cleared. So the person can start now very nicely from scratch. So what you're saying is correct.
So my in this life, we should take some decision as per whatever the decision we take in this life might be eliminated.
Correct. So those decisions should be based on Bhagavad Gita. Then there is a chance to remove that. Because as soon as you take a decision based on Gita, the activity becomes akarmic. Akarma, which is on a spiritual platform, has the power to burn things on the material platform. That's power.
But karma will not nullify the karma or punya karma or karma.
No, I think I gave the entire class on that. What do you all say?
Correct.
Yes, akarma burns papa and punya. It burns. So it's nullified completely. That's akarma. That has the power.
One question. So, how spiritual journey continue in the next and so incremental?
I think now all of you can answer this question. So spiritual platform or spiritual journey is there. We get spiritual credits for that. Material platform is on Papa and Punya, that is there. So as we go to the next level, say I have left it at 10, spiritual journey. I'll begin from 11, next level.
So you're saying the platform in the next world will be better.
Platform will continue. Spiritual platform will remain the same.
You can actually be born in a wrong place and
that's okay.
You should not mix you if you're not carrying the previous thoughts and all right. So how you are continuing, that incremental
Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita chapter 6, he says that that person has practiced spirituality, but due to some reason he is not able to attain perfection. In next life, he will have natural inclination, natural attraction towards spiritual practice. जैसे इसको सुनाई देता है गीता कोर्स immediately register, like most of it. Yes, immediately register. So that will remain intact. And Krishna is saying in second chapter, Shloka 40, Neha Vikrama Nashosti Pratyaya Vayona Vidyate Swalpamapyasya Dharmasya Trayata Mahatumaya. Krishna is saying that whatever spiritual activity we have done, the credits that we have on the spiritual platform will never be reduced in quantity, never be lost. It will always increase. Obviously, going. Okay, last question. Yes.
Prabhuji, we know that Gambit is part of Vikarma. So why did Pandavas choose to choice of?
Very nice question. Why did Yudhishthir he got into gambling? Some of this start nice. Yes. So for your information, when it comes to Kshatriyas, two things Kshatriyas cannot deny. One is, I would say three things. One, if someone challenges you to fight, you cannot deny anything by fighting. You have to fight. Second, if someone pulls you in a game, you cannot deny saying I'll not participate in that game. Because it's a challenge, no? So they will not be able to lose that challenge. And third, If some lady comes and proposes, then they have to accept her as a wife because they have to give shelter to a person who is surrendered or dependent. So Yudhishthira Maharaj was pulled into the game and he had to forcefully accept the challenge.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. This is my first session, so I really had a very good time. I have one question since we are.
Since it's your first session, I'll take your first question.
Yeah, so actually, since we are in Kali Yuga, a lot of time it happens that we come across very mean and selfish people who are only concerned about themselves. So in that case, when they approach us for any kind of help or assistance, because we want to help others, we do that. But in return, those people consider us as a very stupid person, foolish person, and next time we don't feel like, because when we reach out to them, they don't do that in return. So how to tackle that type of a situation?
There was one boy who came to me, he was I think 7th standard or 8th standard. He was very into depression. And you know what was depression? His point was, I'm doing good to all my friends and when I want something, no one ready to help me. He had come for a counseling. He was a student, he was the son of one of my students. So that's the fact of this world. Nothing new. In this world, people say you scratch my back, I will scratch yours. But then only you should scratch. I will not. So I don't think anything new is there. But if it is practical for us and there is no loss on my side, I should always extend my hand for this. Yes, always. Because our goal in human life is I want to advance spiritually. And when I want to advance spiritually, so it is very important to have a soft heart and a broad heart. And that will come when you extend your hand to someone. But now at this level, since the situation is so complicated, you have to see what is practical and do the needful. If it is practical, even if that person is not helping me and I have no loss in helping that person now, no problem, right? पत्थर में भी गलती बन जाता है. If there's a drop keep falling, it happens. कितना ही पत्थर होगा उसका दिल. Keep helping people help. Provide again the point, since we are not on a very high spiritual platform. ऐसा नहीं कि वो पीट रहा है और पिटाई ले रहे हैं. On a very practical note, we have to decide that okay, so now it's practical and no, there's no loss for me, there's no harm for me, and that person needs something, let me go ahead. Time jayega, okay, let's okay. Let's invest some time to help others. At least by that I will advance in spiritual life. So that greed should be there to advance in spiritual life. Such people will be able. So thank you all very much. I hope you all had a nice time today. Some announcements before we end. Some people who told me that they're asking what after these sessions. क्या हमें ऐसे ही छोड़ देंगे लटकते हुए? What will happen next with the spiritual journey? कैसे continue होगा? So I've suggested that we should have next level also level 2. But level 2 में सब लोग नहीं रहेंगे. Only those people who are chanting every day one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra on beats and who have attended minimum 6 sessions out of these total 9 sessions. You can go ahead to level 2. And there's a reason why I put this condition. These people who are doing spiritual practice consistently, they'll be able to understand the deep philosophy that we'll discuss in level 2 Gita Course. Deep hoga actually. To understand that if you're not doing spiritual practice, we're just coming here with a few lines, appreciate it, but you'll not be able to understand. फिर ऐसा लगेगा फिर आने के बाद ये पता नहीं है बोलते रहते हो ऐसा कुछ होता नहीं है. You're not able to experience that change. Therefore, I put this condition requesting all of you. I would want all of you to go to level 2. All of you. That would be very wonderful. So please begin chanting, the ones who have not started chanting on beats. And attendance say you're missing due to whatever reasons, because emergency program. Watch it online, make notes and send it to your mentor. Your attendance will be considered. No problem. ज़्यादा भी grow नहीं हो सकता थोड़ा सा concession. I would suggest everyone to have your personal beats and feedback. Everyone should have a relationship with your beats. If today someone gives me beat and say I'm blindfolded and they ask me, बताओ तो आपका beat है किसी और का? I'll be able to make out that this is my beat because I have my relationship with my beats. Yes. Therefore, everyone should have beats on the day one of the spiritual practice. And also, I was telling the organizers here that not to give anything for free. Spiritual life, nothing should be got for free. They should earn. So check with them what's the cost of this thing and pay the amount whatever is there. So let's offer the beats today and we'll keep it there. I'll offer it personally for all of you. So today you can, all those who don't have beats, you can take those beats and start practicing. Thanks. Next session is a very important session titled Do I Need a Guide? Many times people know they are always bewildered. कि True guru कौन है, false guru कौन है, समझ नहीं आता उनको. Next session we'll try to do postmortem of some gurus. From Shastra we'll try to understand logically how can I make out who is true and who is bogus. All of this is logical. You'll be able to make out very easily. And also, one point is, see, whatever you've learned, no, it's all theory. That theory will get transformed into realization. And दोनों के बीच में है one word that's called service. So when you do selfless service in the spiritual circles, that will happen. Unfortunately, we don't have many services here. But some services are there like rolling the mats when the program gets over. Serving prasadam for everyone. And at the end, I think vessel washing will be there, cleaning this hall. So it's up to you all to grab the opportunity. And along with that, the mantra meditation that you do, the Bhagavad Gita shlokas that you are going to hear, all that also counts as service. So the ones who are not getting service don't mind because we have limited service, but you can grab whatever little services you have. Yeah? And during the dinner time, you can always share what are the points that you liked in today's session. So you revise. So share with your volunteers, your mentors who are there. And also, maybe you can announce the person's names. Thank you. I take your leave. So I'll be coming again next month. He is forcing me, you have to come. So I can come in the next month and again we'll have a session.
How was the session?
Good.
So I always used to tell him, Prabhuji, you only take the Gita course. It's very nice. I was sitting here, I know entire slide, but I was relishing very nicely. What next? What next? That's how Prabhuji is. Let's all thank Prabhuji by loudly chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay. So today, two special things are there. So around 5 devotees have sponsored prasadam. So Manu Goyal Prabhuji towards his birthday, Vedanta Padmadra Mataji, Sarat Chandra Patna Prabhuji, Vasudev Pavan Kumar Prabhuji seeking prayers for their son, Pranav Paditya, whole family well-being of good health, and Shubham Madare. So his grandmother passed away seeking prayers. So let's all thank them by loudly chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra one time.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
So we have one special occasion today. So we have birthday of one of our volunteers, Tapas Prabhuji and Mamta Mataji's daughter, Chandana. So after Aarti, before offering flowers, we will do a wonderful cake cutting. You will see how spiritually we can celebrate a birthday. Okay? Okay. So let's all thank them also by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
So if you want to sponsor Prashadam, please approach the counter. So it costs around 100 rupees per plate. How much ever you can capacity of your capacity you can sponsor. Okay. So now we'll get into mantra meditation. All over there.
So if you have your meals. So everyone, please close your eyes. Everyone, eyes closed. Let's look at our mind for mantra meditation. Please be conscious that you're sitting in a temple. And this opportunity to sit in a temple with 200 spiritually like-minded people is a very rare opportunity. So be conscious of this rare opportunity. And tell your mind, don't disturb me. I'm sitting with spiritually like-minded people, and this I'll not get every day. It's only once in a week. Also, please be conscious of the sacred beads that you're holding in your hand. And please be conscious of the mantra that you're going to chant. It's very, very sacred, very powerful. Today we have learned that Papa and Punya are on the material platform. I cannot use material punya to counter or to nullify the material papa. But surely, the spiritual practices that I do has the power to burn both black grains and the white grains, that is papa. And the topmost spiritual practice is mantra meditation. And this is what we're going to do now, mantra meditation. So try your best to chant clearly and hear attentively. Mind will take us for a ride, but tell your mind it's only 10 minutes. And there's a very, very important and a powerful activity or a powerful practice of spirituality which is going to help me to advance in spiritual life and nullify all that nonsense that I've done before. So on this note, understanding the seriousness and gravity, let's begin doing mantra meditation. Please repeat after me the invocation prayer. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Shri Advaita Gadadhar,
Shri Advaita Gadadhar,
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
So for the next 10 minutes, it's only you and the mantra, nothing else in between. Chant and try to hear your own voice. If you're able to hear at least one mantra clearly, you're successful. The entire mantra meditation is successful. Let's begin, everyone with one voice. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare